My name is Ron Silvera and I live to give. Well, the family is big. I have about 10 children, 3 boys, 7 girls. Lovely, lovely, lovely children. I found out I had colon cancer in 2018. Went to see my doctor for a stomach ache. Thought it was gas pain, but I was positive for cancer. It was hard hearing it. Not so much the fact that cancer may kill me, but what happens after I'm gone, what is going to happen to my family. And then the treatment itself, very expensive. I immediately contacted my agent at Sagicor Life, Clear Walsh. So Sagicor Life Critical Illness Plan gave me this $120,000. And this is why I preach it, I teach it, I talk about it. Persons should have a life insurance plan.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know we're so excited to be here. And I know if you're watching from wherever in the world, whether it is YouTube, Facebook, IG, you might be wondering, in a couple seconds, is this Sagicor's male model search? No, that's not it. Well, at least some of us are still modeling, but so it go. It is a Sagicor Insurance series where, as usual, we bring the information to you that pertains everything insurance. Today, we're going a little deeper. Today, it's about men's health and safety. You know, we just celebrated Men's Day on the 19th, right, of November. So, of course, we had to come here and give you something special for the men. So, let's jump right into it. We have a couple gentlemen here. First, they're going to be introducing themselves. But, Andre, who are you, sir?
Well, I'm a certified health and wellness coach.
Great, great, great. And of course, my very good friend beside me, Granville.
Granville Knight, Executive Financial Advisor at Sagicor Life.
You said the executive strong, you man.
Naturally.
People, if you don't know, executive mean rich. That's what it means. The minute a financial advisor executive, it means rich. And of course, my very good friend and brother, who is also my advisor, my agent, Alain.
Yes, Alain Gardner, General Insurance Advisor from Advantage General Insurance.
All right, great. So now you get an idea as what it's all about. So I'm going to start with the person I ended with, Alain. I'm seeing so many scary things happening on the road when it comes to road usage and all the catastrophes that can happen.
Yes.
Tell me now, from your perspective, what are you seeing inside Advantage General? What are the reports coming in when it comes to road usage and those fatalities?
All right, I'm seeing where for the last couple of years, I realized that we've gotten a lot more claims than usual, and the majority of our claims are actually men. The more serious ones are the males. So I realized that we have been, well, males.
Yes, yes.
Tend to be very aggressive on the road, very, very aggressive, and practice more risky driving behavior.
Scary.
Such as driving without seatbelts, one hand on the steering wheel.
No, but that is how you drive. No, say you drive.
But I mean, if you're speeding, you know, it's
you need more control.
Yeah,
right, definitely.
Yeah.
So definitely, I can appreciate that. Yes, we're not saying that we want a balance of female and male, but we have to appreciate that with so many things happening on the road, so many accidents, the fact that we have a much higher level of males being involved, that means we need to speak to the males because they are the ones most of the time causing the fatalities, right?
Yeah.
I want to jump over to my fitness coach, Mr. Fitness.
Yes.
Tell me generally, what are you seeing in regard to health of the average male from your general perspective?
Well, before, there were more men, working out and,
yes.
Showing more interest in health. But surprisingly, it has switched drastically, sorry. I've seen where a lot more females are now, embarking in that journey. And I must say, it's very, very, it's a very good thing to see.
So it's a good thing to see the females, but where the man? God, man.
No,
man, what we're doing? We need to fix up yourself. Yeah. And of course, my very good friend Granville, we're talking about you're the insurance man, the life insurance man, the health insurance man. What do you think generally of how men deal with health insurance and deal with health generally in your practice?
Generally?
Yeah.
men still remain the lowest buyers of life insurance.
Seriously?
Seriously, especially when it comes down to those life insurance policies where there are medical requirements.
Yes.
For example, I have one female client. If I say to her, hey, you need to get a medical done tomorrow, HIV test, quickly. Matter of fact, if she could get it done today, she'll get it done. But for the men, Sagicor have to close the policy, rehome it 100 times before they get the
Before you
requirements.
can get a chance.
So it's understanding the dynamics that men still remain underinsured.
Wow. So we're saying that we are out there, we're living our best life, that turned worst life sometime, but we're not going to the doctor, we're not getting checked up, we're not getting the life insurance or the health insurance. And that it has to be a problem. And we need to fix that, man. So let's go back to you, Granville. In respect to the coverages, you spoke about stuff like critical illness. What are generally critical illnesses that Sagicor covers when it comes to male?
All right, so for men, first and foremost, prostate cancer, because only men can get prostate cancer.
Well, that's a technical one, yes.
So only men can get prostate cancer.
Men get prostate cancers, yes.
But all other cancers, such as breast cancer, so the cancers are covered by Sagicor Life. Then there's stroke, which is, of course, following cancer, is the second highest killer in Jamaica.
Yes.
Right? I've had 4 death claims this year.
Wow.
2 related to stroke, 1 cancer, 1 heart failure. And Sagicor actually covers all of these.
But question, these are all people over 50, 60, right?
Actually, no. The youngest was 32.
32 diagnosed with what?
Heart failure.
Heart failure at 32?
40-something was the age of the person who died from cancer, and the gentleman who succumbed to his 3rd stroke was just turned 60.
Wow. And as you mentioned, stroke, it also speaks to me, heart attack.
Yes.
Because, of course, stroke is the clot in the brain, I think. Yeah. And then heart attack is a clot in the heart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, basically. So, with that said, and I'm jumping now to the fitness coach.
Right.
What can we do as men to prevent? Firstly, we're talking about the stroke and the heart attack. We don't reach a cancer yet.
Well, when you talk about health and wellness, there are a lot of benefits that come with health and wellness.
Mm-hmm.
Now, generally, what you find happen is that persons such as the men, they are a bit harder to, learn when it comes to health and wellness than the female. Female will grasp, female will grasp everything. But men generally just want to go to the gym and just lift weights.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to confess.
Right.
I am that man.
Right.
The man you're talking about is that man. I will go to the gym on a regular basis, but I don't want a trainer.
Right.
I'm my own done. I don't want nobody tell me what to lift up when. Right. No. Right. Me, I'm old. Me just got to do my thing.
Right.
So you experience that a lot.
Right. The thing is, when you lift weights, you feel some type of, masculinity.
Yes, man.
Aggression and so forth. Yeah. But that's just one aspect.
Okay.
Health and wellness, it has to be a balance. So when you speak to an individual, preferably a male, and let them know that, listen, you have to balance with your diet, your exercise, and most importantly, your sleep. Now, a lot of men don't like to hear sleep.
Ah, boy, trouble.
And
hold on, before you're going further on, we have to get to the sleep different because now you're pressing a button you're most away uncomfortable with, as you mentioned.
Right.
But I want to hear about the cardiovascular part of it.
Right.
The running and the skipping and the cycling.
Right.
What does that do for you health-wise?
Well, really and truly, it doesn't do much if you don't have a balance. What it does, it pretty much just raise your heartbeat, increase your heart rate rather.
Yeah.
So cardio is, it can be like you say, you can run, you can swim, you can do boxing, you name it.
Yeah.
But that's all it does. It
raises the heart rate.
Raise the heart rate, make the blood flow around the body. And also what cardio do as well, it helps to get rid of water weight from the body. So, people will be in the gym and they're running and, skipping and sweating.
Yes.
And, they go on the scale, check, they're a pound down, they think they're losing weight. But it's actually
really the water you pump out
from the body. So that's the misconception with cardio. Not saying cardio is bad. but you have to have a balance.
Okay, so you need little weights, you need the dieting, you need the sleep. We're
Precisely.
going to get to those things and so how those things help.
Precisely.
One of the things I wanted to touch on, and I see my friend Alain, the fact that I know cardio for me, I do a lot of running.
Right.
And a big part of why I do it is, yes, man, because I don't look it, so you laugh after me.
No, it's in I need a run or gym.
I'm just saying, I'm a runner, man.
I'm a spectator.
But what it does for me is more therapeutic. Right? It helps me, it calms me, it allows me to think. Right? And it's just that space, that meditation space, that allows me to go out there and maybe not be as aggressive on the road, Ali.
Yeah.
So as such, I want to segue back to you now. Do you have any more specific numbers as to how that share, as to male versus female? Because one thing we know now, the females have them friends that them talk to. Mm-hmm. The females have their way of, unplugging and de-stressing. Mm-hmm. For most of us, is we take a drink or something like that and we're still in the zone. I run. Sure. So, again, do you have any idea what the numbers are, the share?
Well, I would say 4 in 1, which is really not a good thing.
And that's just it. Most of we take out the aggression on the road.
That's true.
And we feel like almost bad drive people. That is the only way.
Yeah.
Right. I know we are going to go to a break in a couple of minutes, but before we go, Granville, I want you to get a little bit deeper when it comes to the policies that you have. At what ages can a person get, for instance, critical illness plan, and an idea as to how long it lasts?
From as early as age 20, someone can apply for a critical illness policy. Yeah. Because, of course, at age 20, you're not expected to be ill, except for children, of course, because Sagicor has a child protector, which covers both male and female, which has some critical illness benefits to it as well.
Wow. Okay.
But very important to note, two ages are very important. Age 60, which is the last age in whatever insurance company that you have that you can get critical illness.
The actual plan, you can apply for it. Okay.
So you must, if you're going to be turning 60 next year, within the next 6 months, you must get your critical illness coverage.
Call somebody.
You
can call a Granville too. Yeah. A good boy, man. When we finish the game number.
Right.
Right, but definitely, so you can get it up to 60, and then beyond 60 now, how many years it normally lasts, if you have it already, for instance?
All right, so the plan goes up until age 75. Mm-hmm. But depending on how the plan is structured, so even though the plan expires at age 75 or 20 years after the plan was issued, depend if it was issued. So, for example, if the plan was issued at age 60, the coverage goes up until age 80, right? Because it's 20 years after or age 75. Depending upon how the policy is structured. So different policies carries different things. But the two ages, remember, age 60, which is the final age to get critical illness, and age 75, after which it expires. But just because the plan expires doesn't mean that the plan still has no benefit, because there are still the cashback benefits that is still there on the plan. So
so the money that you would have paid into the plan, you get it back anyway?
You still have some of those monies to get back. So you can still have the policy and say, you know what, I may still get 60, you can still put that on an investment policy. Yes. Which you still do at Sagicor, of course.
Of course.
We're covered right.
Of course, we got you covered.
Yes.
At the start of the session, there was an advert being showed that spoke about Mr. Silvera and the fact that you'd call him a success story. Yeah. In your years, because I know you haven't been selling insurance for a very long time, have you had any success stories? Have you seen or heard of any success stories of persons who have proven that a diagnosis is not a death sentence?
Absolutely. A matter of fact, and I got permission from the client. So I had a client who recently removed a brain tumor.
What?
Last week Tuesday. And she's one of my younger clients.
Brain tumor?
Yes.
Remove a brain tumor?
Yes.
And she's still functional?
She's lovely. We checked. I said, do you still like anime? She said yes. And we did other personal tests. So she's still good, based upon what I can see.
How old is she?
She's just turning 30.
Brain tumor.
I tell you something what is happening. What I'm finding is that my younger clients are much sicker than my older clients. And in terms of writing larger insurance policies for my younger clients, I'm having more difficult. Sagicor is having more difficulty in insuring a lot of these young persons.
And I heard this conversation yesterday, and it sounded like just somebody saying foolishness.
Man, it's facts, man.
But you find that whether it is our diets, our lifestyle, our aggression, But more and more, you find that the older persons are burying their kids.
Yeah.
The older persons have to be carrying their kids to hospital because of whatever the current scenario is. So it's something that we need to think about. And this program, of course, is not just for the young or for the old, but for all generations. So if you are an older person who have a younger person in your family, you need to tell them, go get check out. Yeah. Go make sure you get your little insurance policy. Go do some jogging and lift some weights so that you can calm down and feel a little better when you step out, because you don't want anything to happen to you out there. Just before we go to the break, though, Alain, how does someone go through the process of getting insurance, motor vehicle insurance?
All right, well, simply, you would have to, it depends. If you're getting it from a dealer, a local dealer, we will basically need the invoice, fitness. If it's a used vehicle, depending on the type of coverage that you want, because we have third-party coverage as opposed to comprehensive.
Yes.
Third-party is the cheaper one, which mainly covers the third party, the other person.
Yes.
So if you have a 96 Corolla and you hit a Lamborghini or Benz, you don't have to worry about paying that high money to repair the vehicle. The insurance will take care of it for you. I mean, you might pay a little bit more on your renewal, but it's not going to be over $1 million.
I like what you said that. A little bit more, just a little bit more. All right,
I'll tell you, I know of a case. I won't tell you who the person is, but there's a case that I'm very, very personally acquainted with. Underfit drove into a brand new 2022 BMW, and the insurance company paid out almost $10 million to repair the car.
Thank God for insurance company.
Exactly. So while there is third-party insurance, as long as comprehensive insurance is available to you, I'm advising you to take it. That's my recommendation.
Yes.
Definitely. Go all the way.
Protect yourself. You get insurance to protect yourself and the other driver.
Of course. And of course, there's a legal requirement. And if it's one thing I can say, kudos to the police force for, more of them on the road, stopping, from all angles. All right. So we have a giveaway that we're going to be going into. We want to give you guys a question. So I'm going to give you guys a question in just about 30 seconds. But I want to just close with a little bit from you, Alain. What would be your advice in respect to road safety? How can you encourage us to be a little better on the road?
Well, first and foremost, be calm. Don't. People take out their anger. I mean, the least thing on the road, I realize that there's a lot of serious road rage. People bring their problems on the road, essentially. And it has led to quite a few incidents, road rages, where people have been physically injured, fatally injured. Just be calm. That's all I can say.
I must confess, I used to be a road rager. Used to, thank be to God, I never do nobody nothing. I just, drive and, argument with my hands. But I used to be that guy, but I've learned, don't run a joke. One of the techniques I use, Granville, is wind up the window.
Okay, perfect.
Turn on the AC.
Yes.
All right.
So sometimes person beside you want to argue with you and curse. AC.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
It make a big difference to my life. And when you get where you get, you just feel better, you feel calmer, you're not carrying the person who bad drive you from morning for your whole day.
Yeah.
It feels better, it feels calm.
All right, thank you for that. I'll give you a check for that consultation.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Someone that I know personally needed to hear that,
Definitely, definitely. All right, so just quickly, I want to just mention the name of the products, Granville.
When it comes down to
Critical illness.
So flagship is Ultra Lifeline. I absolutely love that product.
Ultra Lifeline.
Ultra Lifeline.
Yeah.
It covers 30 critical illnesses. So not just cancer, it covers Alzheimer's, so many things. So it's like the rifle of life of critical illness. It covers everything. So
It have nothing for kidney?
of course, kidney,
All right.
brain, heart, lungs, all part of your cover.
Some of us drink a lot,
Yes, which is very important.
Talking about
And then
green juice.
and then there is the triple protector.
Yes.
And Sagicor also has a maximum protector and the cancer plus. And the important thing about all of these policies is that, let's say, for example, one is diagnosed with a stroke. You may not be able to get the Ultra Lifeline or the are they triple protector,
Yes.
but there's a plan available just to protect you from prostate cancer and other cancers as well.
Amazing.
So Sagicor has thought about every single means and avenue to ensure that you are protected.
All right. So, quick question before we go to a quick break. Type in the chat, type on YouTube, wherever you are, the name of one of our Sagicor Life products that deals with critical illness. That's it. You win something. That's simple. So, going to take it to a break. We'll be right back.
In life, the more you have, the more you have to lose.
The more you love, the more you worry. The more you own, the less you sleep.
The more people rely on you, the more you have on your mind.
I have peace of mind.
Knowing that whatever I own
And whoever I care about are covered by the very best.
With Sagicor Life and Advantage General, get life, health, and general insurance to help you protect what matters most.
And we're back. Thank you. Thank you. As I mentioned earlier, this is the Sagicor Insurance series. It's all about men's health and safety. That's what we're here about. So, Andre.
Yes.
During the break, I tell you, say, I need to ask you some questions, Andre, because I am ready.
Right.
All right.
Right.
I've been on a journey from January where I tell myself that I won't catch me slipping again.
Right.
The body have to right.
Right.
Right. But I'm over 40. So I want you to give me some advice. So break down the different areas and just throw some information at me. I'll take in my notes.
All right.
How do I get there?
Okay. Well, first, you have to agree with me that you won't be as stubborn as some of the male clients I've come across.
May I try to stay with you?
All right. All right. So, all right. For me, it's a life experience, and whenever I take on a client,
Yes.
I like to have a consultation where we sit one-on-one and I talk. And when I talk to that person, if that person doesn't cooperate, I'm not taking you on as a client. Because
Man, think serious enough, Granville. So
No,
you
man,
can't,
that's-
him not
yeah.
train you, no, because we know you stay in a Granville.
no, man, it's fact. Because at the end of the day, money is very important, and I won't feel good in myself, training someone knowing that they're not doing what they're,
And them not
they
get
should.
the results because they're not willing to
Right.
listen.
So first and foremost, when I'm taking on a male client, when I ask that person to just give me a breakdown of your lifestyle, it's very important because I have to know the person who I'm going to train, and if the lifestyle that that person is currently undergoing, if
Yeah.
that can be changed.
Well, you will have to change a whole heap of things about my
Right.
life. So I'm going to try to document some things. So,
Yeah.
So after you know me, because it's a whole heap, you're going to know. But
Right.
I'm going to tell you. So after that now.
So all right. So first and foremost, Granville, you look like a very busy
Oh,
person.
yeah.
You look like a very busy person.
Busy.
Right? And the whole concept when, training a male, we are the breadwinners.
Mm-hmm.
Them say money don't sleep. But most men aren't sleeping. So that's the first thing we have to,
sleep cycle, a sleep
if I-
system.
right. So if
What
I
is
can,
minimum sleep from your person?
well, minimum 6 to 8. But I aim for the maximum 8.
So you get 8 hours sleep a night? Eh?
No, well, I don't get 8 hours
Oh.
every single day.
Where
But
you live?
they know that saying, do what I say, don't do what I do. Because, I'm advising you.
All right.
Right? So I
I'll
want the
take your
best
advice.
result. Right.
So
So
aim
at
after the
least
8 hours sleep.
6 to 8 hours rest.
All
Period.
right.
All right. Secondly,
Notes, Granville, because y'all live some strong life. So
yeah, man. Secondly, back to where Granville was talking about earlier about, when doing a life insurance or critical illness, you have to get medical checks.
Oh,
Right. First and foremost, a personal trainer is not a medical doctor.
yeah.
So I don't know what is going on inside of you. So I always recommend my clients to get checkup. So when you go and do your checkups, the doctor can tell you, if you, because remember, I can be telling you that callaloo, pap chow is good for you, peanut is good for you, but at the end of the day, you might be allergic to peanuts.
And
I
callaloo.
think-
And callaloo. I think I'm
nutritionist.
allergic to callaloo.
Same thing.
You see why I'm telling you? Better work with Aline. Better try to fix Aline because we give up on Granville.
So as a nutritionist, I have to ensure that these things are out of the way because I don't want nobody to sue me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So get a regular checkup, know your body, know what you're allergic to. Once all of that is good, then we come back. Secondly, get to know your history. Now, do you have any illnesses, injuries, anything that can plague you or hinder you from, doing your best? Because
that make a big difference,
Right.
because I have an injury that I went to a gym,
right,
and homeboy show me, go over there, so go do that. And the homeboy never realized that I have an injury, so I say it of my own, sir.
Right.
So he never even asked. So I'm
Right.
happy for that. I'm happy for
So
that.
definitely. So these are the checklists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once you get these things out of the way, you're pretty much preparing yourself for success. Because a lot of persons, they just go into the gym and then just jump into the workout.
Let me tell you, sir, that me do just point me to the dumbbell them, point me to the bench press because my chest have to stay right.
Right.
So, me just need that. I'm still working on the abs thing, I'm not figure that part out, But when you get,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
my
man, we'll get to that.
My
We'll
aim is the
we'll
abs.
get into that.
I feel like
We'll
if
get
you have some abs, I need nothing else. Me just good from
We'll
there.
definitely get into that. So we're coming now to what we call the consultation process.
Yeah.
Now, after I got all of those out of the way, do a consultation where we check your measurements, your stats,
Okay.
your age, your weight, your height, waist inches.
Now when you figure out the BMI thing,
Right, you know what I got.
I don't know anything else here about it. Right? Oh, body mass index.
Yeah, right.
I'm not that bad.
And the
people. I'm
body
not that
fat.
bad.
So once we get your body mass index and your body fat percentage, that now can tell us exactly what we need to work on. So for
Okay.
example, generally your body fat or your BMI should be between 24 or lower. That's standard for your age, because I already said 40, right? And your body fat should be below 30. Now, when I'm dealing with a client, a lot of persons will tell you, Angie, I don't want to lose weight.
Yes.
Now, persons have to understand when it comes to the health benefit, there are some cases where you have to lose weight.
You sure say it's men say them don't want to lose weight?
No,
because I
man,
know
men.
the ladies,
No,
them now
man,
everybody
ladies
want to
different.
be curvy,
No,
so,
listen now. And if I'm gonna recommend it to my platform after, I train 90% of my clientele are all females.
Yeah.
90%, because the females listen. So at first they would be a little bit reluctant, but when you explain to them, they listen. The man just want to look big and thick. So a man at 250 pounds, 18 years old.
No,
5
Alain,
feet.
Alain, I'm not 18, man. 18, man.
You know what I mean? And
50, but I'm not 18.
5 feet 6. Yeah. So if you were 6 feet or 7 feet, 6 feet 9, 7 feet tall, weighing 250 pounds, we could have worked.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
It would be okay.
But if you are 5'5", 5'4", 250,
People
you have to
check
lose
who the
some weight.
numbers. Check
Right.
your numbers now to see where you're at. 'Cause you might need to fix up yourself.
Right.
So we're telling you.
Otis, those numbers I'm listening to him and I'm surprised to understand how many things he's saying implicates your insurance policies, such as your weight. If
Yes.
you're overweight and obese, it means that you're going to pay more for the same coverage
Right.
that's for someone who is not obese. So
Right.
if my weight should be 180 and it's 200 or 250, I probably pay $200 for the life insurance policy instead of $150.
And I
so
want to
it
tell you
matters.
something that shocked me too. A lot of us, especially men, work out a lot and we're big and thick and
Right.
husky. And we think we are very healthy.
Right.
But when it comes to the likelihood of getting a heart attack, you're just as likely as the person who is
Facts.
big because of fat. Because I'm finding out that is the same little heart
Facts.
going pump the blood right through your body, whether your body is full of muscle or full of fat.
Right.
So this big thickness is not necessarily the
that's-
healthiest way.
Which is right, which is right. Aside, I'm not just a spectator of the debate.
Audience, I know most of his family, everybody, mother. He never had nothing to do with this. If he want big, him can't big. So nobody listen to him. But yeah, you were
And if
saying.
I must say, with the whole critical, and life insurance and so forth, that's something I want to come to as well. Because as a personal trainer, one thing I always do, I big up Sagicor.
Good people.
That's good.
No, man, when it comes to health, critical life, because I have an agent, and trust me, man, when I stop my class and say, yo, go sign up with this agent, because, listen, as a man, the most important thing is our mental health.
Yeah.
And I always tell people always bash men, like, I'm not saying bash men, but like what you said earlier, when you were speaking about men don't like to do checkups.
Yes, for real.
Yeah.
And I'm going to break it down to you. 80 to probably 90% of the household in
Yes.
Jamaica is run by men.
Yeah, man.
And it's not that a man don't want to
The time
do the checkup. It's not the time.
is what. Tell me the secret. Come in if you find out.
No,
No,
me
man,
afraid.
no, man.
Me
Seriously,
afraid.
you
Me
know,
not go around
listen.
you. Me afraid.
The thing is, you are saying that what you don't know won't hurt you.
Afraid, we
You
afraid.
follow me?
We not go around.
So,
Afraid.
all right. So you are all along your household.
Yeah.
You are going to do a medical checkup.
Yes.
And then you hear say, based on what they found, you can't work for 2 to 3 years.
Then the
that
bucket
mental, that mental frustration, that alone gonna break you down, you know. So the thing what I tell my client is, cover yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not a insurance personnel, but I like to tell them cover yourself, because remember, if you are the sole or the main person who runs your household,
Yes.
right?
anything happen.
And you know, say, all right, you have your wife, you have your kids, whoever, and you
Yes.
have critical illness or whatever coverage for that person.
Yes.
If you even fall ill, you know what I mean? Or them fall ill, you know, so them cover. So you know, if you probably go in your savings or whatnot. So that there is kind of easing a little bit of stress mentally from the mind.
And I like the fact that you mentioned that.
Right.
Because it also remind me, Alain, when a person meet in an accident, most of the times I may not drive. When you don't have no good insurance, not different kind of trouble that you're in, and mentally, financially, all the stress. I'm sure you would have heard of situations where people do have insurance. How
Yeah.
that work?
I mean, you don't have insurance, you're gonna have to think about all the medical expenses first and foremost.
Whoa.
Hold
on, sorry. So your insurance take on medical expenses as well?
We have what is called a personal accident rider, which can be added to the policy. So what it does is it gives you assistance as it regards to medical expenses or in cases of death or disablement.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And if I check my policy, man, I never said I find
No, man, you have comprehensive insurance.
Thanks, sir. Thanks, Ali. Good people to know. But with that, it's the same segue in respect to the insurance that you have, that you give, critical illness and stuff, and life. If the worst should happen, or if you find out the worst, it's not just that you can't pay for stuff, but psychologically, you can heal yourself because you're not worried about the money.
All right, so I always say to my clients, so persons like to get the minimum coverage. I said, hey, that's not how I work here. I'm going to tell you what the maximum is that you can get. If you
Remember, he's an executive agent.
No, so I'm saying, I'm going to tell you the maximum that you can get. I'm going to tell you the possibilities of this. The idea of getting critical illness coverage is not just to treat the illness, but it's to be able to buy you time off from work. So in the time, so let's say you're diagnosed with cancer. You can treat the cancer, plus you can live a better lifestyle than you would have lived, right, for a year or two, and not worry about going to work. Because they say what kills most persons is not just the diagnosis.
Yes.
It's the fact that, for example, my client that passed, she still had to show up to work every single day.
Wow. Wow.
I'll tell you the sad story about that case. What the sad story about that case is, she had a disagreement with a prior agent and she ignored the policy, said she never would have wanted. A year later, she was diagnosed with cancer. And the only thing that she was able to get at that time was some life insurance coverage. Because at that point in time, she won't be able to qualify for the maximum amount of insurance.
Yes.
So some of us, we have the life insurance policy in force and we allow them to lapse, not understand that at this point in time, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yes. It's
Right?
better to have
And tell
it
us,
and don't
tell us
need
something
it than
else
need it
that
and
is
don't
happening.
have it.
Talk about the medical checkup, taken from my friend Andre here. What is happening is that medical checkup actually save lives. You know how many persons have gone over Sagicor and found out, hey, I have hypertension, so I need to go and fix this. Hey, I have high cholesterol, I need to go and fix this. So Sagicor is here saving lives right throughout.
Right through. I saw a question coming from my very good friend Keisha Walker online. Do you get a discount if you're a healthy person, you go to your gym, do you get a better rate for your insurance?
Yes, you do, actually.
serious?
Yes, because you get the standard rate, which is the healthy rate. So you have the healthy rate, then you have the unhealthy rate, and then you have we can't do nothing fear rate.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So it actually
It sounds funny, but it's not funny.
and it makes sense because imagine now that you are in your 20s or early 30s and you can get a maximum of $35 million coverage at a very low cost, right? you don't need this insurance necessarily now, you know. You're going to need this 35 billion probably 10 years from now. But 10 years from now, your health changed so much, you can't get the coverage.
And then your age would have been so high that you can't afford it either.
Well, unless them, you know, I would say, I'm going to leave it alone.
Yeah. But back to Andre, because I'm taking my notes now, sir.
Right.
So I understand your assessment, I understand the psychologically ready, and you know and say, all right, this is a program.
Right.
What would you recommend? As I know you don't have all of the information yet.
Right.
But you tell me the sleep. Diet.
Right.
Do you know of any diets that you believe make sense? Because I hear about a lot of them, the keto diet, this diet, that diet.
Boy.
Do you know of any? So me have to ask,
Inside.
I have the man here, so I have to ask a question. Can you tell me of any other diet? I've been waving the intermittent fasting flag for a while now. So tell me if all of it are just foolishness or something works.
You see, the most disrespectful thing anyone could do is don't have that value for themselves.
Yeah.
And you know, it don't just necessarily have to be physical, you know, your well-being. It can be financial too. You know, you're a health advisor or a wealth advisor as well, right?
Yes.
You're not gonna get rich overnight. I mean, no, these are things that you have to talk to your client about. You know, you project a
Every day.
period,
Yes.
right? Now, these diets that people are fabricating is to get results fast. Overnight. Now, not saying that you can't achieve your goals faster than the norm.
Yes.
But to say that you're 200 pounds and you want to lose 50 pounds in a month, that's ludicrous.
Oh, that sound like you're
You know
going
what I
to
mean?
a different kind of doctor.
Precisely. Yeah, so, you know, your diet first, it has to be balanced.
Yes.
So forget all of these keto or whatnot person are saying. You know, people is telling, oh, I'm a vegan. Why? You can't tell you because they just think it's healthy.
Yeah.
But that's not being healthy. Your body needs nutrients to survive. So you have to ensure you're having your carbs,
Yes.
your protein, your good fat, that is, your minerals, your vitamin, and most importantly, water. And all of these has to be compact to make one.
I love that, you know. I hope you're writing it down. I want to come right back to you, but I want to throw out a quick question in the digital space. Earlier, we heard Alain mention what he calls a rider that you can add to your insurance, your motor vehicle insurance, that pays for health-related things in an accident, in the event of an accident. I want you to tell me what's the name of that rider. Don't tell me about it. I'm going to write it because you tell me already. So, quick question I'm throwing out. I want to see the first person online who's going to answer that question. All right? I'm coming back to you, Andrew, because you're messing with my thing now. But may I try to stay focused, you know?
Right.
So you say you have to have the different elements, different food groups in your diet. So don't just lock off everything and say me just have go left or go right.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Beyond the diet now. Those drinks, the blend up this and the green juice and whatever, punch and the pumpkin, whatever.
Right.
What would you advise in regards to those things?
Well,
Shakes.
Shakes. I would tell persons to stick mainly to the leafy green products if it is that, you know, you're on a healthy journey, because what persons don't understand, you see vegetables,
Yes.
they are low in calories. So, you know, you might say that you want to become healthier,
Yes.
but your trainer might put you on a calorie deficit diet where, you know, based on reaching your goal, you must consume this amount of calorie at this period of time.
Yes.
Now, let's say, for example, you're at home and you say, all right, fruits are good. So you have your watermelon, you have your papaya, you have your mango, all of these now. And when you do your calculation, you realize that the watermelon are 300 calories, the papaya 400 calories, the mango are 600 calories. Just say, not being factual.
Fruits, man,
Right.
I mess up my thing now.
So you might try to lose weight and
Right.
put on
So
weight.
you are putting all of these calories in your diet. So you realize that one shake, you know, compensate your whole entire diet for
So
the
it's
day.
like a whole day worth of calories
Whole
having
day worth of
one
calories.
shake, but
But
I think I'm
exactly.
being healthy and losing weight.
Precisely. So what I always tell people is, we're talking about cancer. Spinach, very, very good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hold on, slow down the list because me right. Yes, the cancer list.
Yeah,
The
man.
fight cancer list.
So
Spinach. Yes.
papaya, soursop.
The normal papaya where we do.
Yes, man.
All right. Yeah.
Yes,
So
man.
what's up?
Broccoli. Carrot for your eyesight. You have your ginger, your turmeric. You can eat the turmeric as well. So you blend these things together in the night or even early in the morning, like a detox, and you drink them unsweetened, and you're good. Because even for somebody who don't like to, just to consume the vegetable itself, you blend it, you drink, you get a vegetable consumption for the day, good.
Before you move, you have to tell me your handle, your online handle, because obviously the one I want long enough to get all the information we need, and I know people out there want to know what you're telling us.
Definitely.
Where can we find you after this insurance
Okay.
series?
All right. So my IG is Supreme_body sculpting JA_. I'm also an independent trainer at Express Fitness, the New Kingston branch.
Supreme_.
Body sculpture.
Body sculpture.
JA_.
I'm going to find you, sir, because we have to fix with life.
That's true.
Me and Alain reach apart there the hill now we start. Look down,
Right.
So, back to you, Alain. Back to you. You know the issues that we're going through when it comes to road safety. What are some of the things we can do to be better how should I put it, companies, standard bearers when it comes to encouraging persons to be, better on the roads as insurance companies?
All right. What we can do is have campaigns.
Okay.
Right? Campaigns promoting road safety with the assistance of, I would say, we could use celebrities or influencers. Contrary to what people may say, people do listen to these influencers.
Mm-hmm.
So when they see them doing an ad,
Yeah.
say, do this is not safe. People will, especially the younger generation, they will
gravitate.
They will gravitate towards.
Wow. Do you know of any that has been done in recent times, though? Because I don't remember seeing any road safety campaigns being taken on from,
Well, Advantage General actually had a defensive driving workshop recently.
Oh, yes, I heard about that.
Yes.
Yes. How was that, though? You had participants, or the man him just said, "I can't drive good."
No, we had a lot of participants. It was also very informative.
What is defensive driving? Because that does sound more like road rage to me. Like a man dissing on the road, if you defend that. So explain to me what that is.
All right, defensive driving. Well, it's simply, I think, maybe the name kind of throw it off.
Mm-hmm.
But it just teaches you to make sure you follow the rules of the road. And,
perfect.
Things like
You
that.
can't tell you my version of defensive driving.
Yes, Otis.
I am absolutely paranoid that everybody around me want to crash in me.
Right.
So because of that, I'm constantly just looking at, all right, I gotta make sure say this man I don't lick me, because him plan to lick me. So I gotta make sure me move out time way. So we allow make him go in front, but that is my level of defense. I never did the course, sorry. And you need a new workshop so that I can sign up.
Yeah, I think
but to
especially
me, that is
red
my
tape.
defensive driving. I, as far as I'm concerned, nobody else can drive but me. So let me just come out of them way so that they're not crashing on me. But that is good. When was that campaign, though?
We had it about 2 months ago. So it's something that's it should be ongoing. So it's something that we'll be doing probably next year,
Yes.
again, early next year. So it would be announced. when it's there.
Definitely. So I want you to we're about to close, but as a man, just talk to the rest of the men and for men to pass on the information as to how they should be managing themselves on the roads, especially.
All right. Well, as I said, simply just follow the rules, know the road code. I realize a lot of people do not know the road code, right? And that is also very important, and it also helps to prevent a lot of accidents.
So that clip is the clip we're going to cut and send to the world. The world needs to know. We need to stop the foolishness. But although we're going to be avoiding all of these collisions and accidents on the road, tell me what are some of the products that you have at Advantage General, especially for auto?
All right, so we have a few branded products.
Yeah.
We have our Prestige Club policy, which is geared more towards men. So,
Me not up on a club.
I may never know about that.
Sounds
Rich.
Yeah, sound rich. It sound like you.
So you have to meet certain qualifications, of course.
Exactly, rich.
One being you have to be a safe driver. So you have to be accident-free for at least 2 years. So
Okay.
that is one of the main.
So
criteria.
if somebody crashing at you,
Accident
asking
free.
for a friend, if somebody crashing at you, that good. Are you considered the person in the accident? Am I accident free or what?
Give up, Granville.
I mean,
I know for me, I'm just ask, but somebody that I know.
well,
personally.
technically, it's going to say that you have an accident.
Yes, sir. You give
But
up.
this is where discretion comes.
Okay.
Accident prone.
That's why you should have be a defensive driver.
So we need 2 more years.
and avoid the accident. Yeah, what else you have?
Yeah, I know this is about the men, but we also have something for the women as well.
Man.
It's called the Ultimate Woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds powerful.
Don't it? Don't it?
Yeah.
Well, great. That sounds good. That sounds good to have some stuff out there. Before we move on, though, the earthquake happened the other day. Anybody remember it? Yesterday. Yesterday there was an earthquake.
Yep.
Yeah, man. We just barely feel a rumbling about the blaze out of the building. And we were especially concerned because we just had one last month.
Right.
So I hear the term earlier, we are now having monthly earthquakes. What do you have, what kind of products or services you have at Advantage General that can help us, whether our business place or our houses, if the worst should happen in regard to an earthquake? Do you cover such things?
Yes, we do. We do have a home and contents policy. So for your apartments, your private property, we can insure those. And for commercial businesses, we will offer fire and peril insurance as well.
Oh, nice.
So peril include earthquake, boss?
Yes, it does.
We just have to make sure. Because a lot of us, when we go in our office now, we see some cracks in the walls, don't it? And we're wondering, can we manage an earthquake? And what will happen the next day? Will we still have somewhere to go back to work? So I'm very happy for that. I know we have to run soon, but Granville. Granville. I want us to have an appreciation as what it takes to take out an insurance policy. So now that we've listened to you and we've heard what we need to hear, what is the process to take out an insurance policy?
All right, so the process to take out an insurance policy is very easy, much easier than most persons think. First of all, call an advisor. Sagicor has over 1,000 and odd financial advisors, right through between the brokers and the parent company itself. So there are people available to serve you.
Yes.
When you have the conversation with your financial advisor, similar to what Andre does, we do a simple fact finding, identify what you are, your family history, health, the whole work, so as to guide you.
Yes.
Rarely do you find persons not being able to get critical illness or even life insurance. So remind the audience, we have three types of three types of insurance that you need: health, life, and critical.
Yes.
These are 3 integral insurance products that you need within your financial portfolio. Not just investments, but these. So when you sit with your financial advisor, he does the assessment. Of course, he's going to present to you what the options are in terms of, if we're looking at critical illness, we're looking at the Ultra Lifeline, the Triple Protector, the Maximum Protector, or the Cancer Plus. For a life insurance, we have the Purple Shield, the Ultra Life, or the Life Protector, and a few others if you mix and match the plans.
Yes.
So based upon that now, you will give you one of those. But, of course, we go back to the budget, right?
Critical.
So we know, okay, fine, for example, on one policy, the maximum that you can get is $8 million. On the other, the maximum that you can get is $35 million worth of coverage.
Yeah.
Right, it's a reasonable amount because breast cancer takes around $15 million to cure effectively, to get the best treatment. And so you'd have an additional $20 million to
So hold on.
recuperate on the disease.
You're telling me that $35 million
Yes.
is what somebody really should be aiming for
Yes.
when it comes to a critical illness
Yes.
coverage.
Because so let's say that you're diagnosed with breast cancer or prostate cancer. Let's say you take $10 million for treatment. You can take another $10 million just to live out the year and decide if you want to go back to work or not.
Which is right.
Right?
It should be my decision.
And of course it is. And then, you know, you have the rest of the money you can't use to deposit. You know, I've heard stories. So there's one person that I know. She got treated with breast cancer. She went, because she catch it very early, got the treatment, and then she took the rest of the money and pay as the deposit towards her house. And she owns her, because, so when she looks at her house, she says, well, I got breast cancer, and breast cancer, I treat it.
Yeah.
But from that, I was able to also acquire this asset. So it's a very good conversation to have. So once you do that, the advisor, of course, present the options in terms to you, and then we look at the budget. Because really and truly, we like to get you as much coverage as possible. But we know that the money
depends on what you can afford.
So we're trying to sell you peace of mind based upon the budget that you have.
Definitely.
Right? So peace of mind, it's another value, but as Sagicor, we try to put a price on everything.
Definitely, definitely. and for the persons who want to contact my very good friend Granville, how do they find you on social media, sir?
So my name on our social media platform is Granville Knight, also known as GK, the Trusted Advisor.
All right, great. So I want to get back to my good friend Andre, because I feel like we need to make a major shift in how we manage our bodies, how we manage our life. Today is all about men's health and safety.
Right.
So from your end, I want you to throw some thoughts out there generally as to how to reframe how we think about our health and by extension our safety.
Well, generally as men, we are considered, well, not just men, but ambitious men.
Yeah.
We are considered as aggressive investors. And I don't think you can be an aggressive investor if you're not investing in your life first.
Ta-da. Ta-da.
You know what I mean? Without life, there's nothing. And with investment, you think about longevity. You think about, overtime.
Yes.
So if you're not taking care of yourself, how is it that what you are investing in, how will you live long enough to enjoy that?
Exactly.
When the basket has been filled.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I always tell people the first thing to do is invest in life first, then your life insurance, and then everything else afterwards, because you are pretty much covering yourself, your family, and your immediate loved ones, when you do things like this. Because remember, as a man, yes, you have to have money, but the most important thing is to know that your family have you, and them can, have you for a long time to share that wealth with.
That is amazing.
The best insurance is good health.
Don't it? You start there. You start there, you start strong, and you go strong with that. Right. I am so inspired by what it is that I'm hearing, because most of us just don't think about it.
Right.
But before I leave, though, I know not everybody will come to the gym. I know not everybody will be able to engage you to do a course with them. I want you to give me 3 exercises that every man must do at home at least once a day. You not get to it unless I get that. Just give me 3.
All right. For men, I like to think about, stability, or to be stable, aligned. So for men, you can start off with your full plank. Not every man out there can do a push-up.
Yeah.
So you're going in a full plank position. Full plank is pretty much like in a push-up position, but you're not doing anything. You're keeping your body aligned, core tight, and you just hold that position for as long as possible. So you can start with like about 10 seconds. The next day you go about 15 seconds, and it goes as long. Yeah. Second one, you can do your elbow plank now. So this is where you're pretty much going to your elbow position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just think about a plank. It's a board straight. That's how you should look. And then last, what you can do is a combination of both, which is you start from the full plank. We call it a suicide. So you start from your full plank, you go down to your elbow plank, you come back up into the full.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that thing there,
Soldier business.
Do that every day. Yeah. Trust me. Do those 3 exercises every day, you're good.
So,
good start.
You hear the 3 exercises I'm going to
do? Yeah, the one where me stay so and do nothing else. I hear that one. He lose me after that.
Alain, that's truth. When last you do one of them exercises?
Go to the gym,
That not say Alain.
What are they? Sammy alone yes and no for the gym locate.
I tell everybody you just look the way you look anyway.
Oh, good.
You say you can't do a couple push-up, Alain. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking
Probably
about?
not a couple hundreds, but couple.
Tell you over and over, Andre, my friend them need help, you know. So put it in
Oh, but at the right circle because the one we can learn, and grow from each other.
Exactly.
It's a balance, yeah.
We are out of time. One of our winners is Raheem the Dream. He has won one of the prizes, and Don Panton has won one of the prizes as well. So as we close, let me just remind you, who are you, sir? Where do we find you, Mr. Alain?
Alain Gardner, Advantage General Insurance. I am stationed at the Lady Musgrave Road branch.
Okay, great. Mr. Granville, where do people then find you?
So, of course, Granville Knight. Of course, my main branch is 35 Trafalgar Road, but I service the entire island, so I've clients all over.
Global.
So, yes, I'm a global financial advisor. But of course, you can always reach out to me on Instagram or any social media platform at GK, the Trusted Advisor.
Trusted. And of course, Andre, where we find you? Kind of people
All right. So again, the name is Andre Brown, and I'm a certified health and wellness coach. Separately apart from my platform, which I had given earlier, you can also find me at Express Fitness. That's the New Kingston Business Center.
So
where I'm an independent trainer there.
Yeah, man, we'll definitely find you. Thank you so much. This has been the Sagicor Insurance Series, episode 5. And this one is all about the men. Men's health, men's safety, because we need us to be better. A strong set of men can build a strong nation. I'm not throwing a word on nobody else. I just say, you need for strong and healthy for make the nation.
And alive, right, Alwyn? And alive.
And alive. Alive thing necessary. So thank you so much. See you again when we're back here in the next episode of the Sagicor Insurance Series. Thank you.
Hi, morning. 487, please.
487, lucky numbers.
Hi.
Hi, your change is 487.
And the winning numbers are 487.
In 2022, Jamaica recorded 488 road fatalities, one more than the previous record in 2021. Let's be street smart and drive safely. It is to your advantage.